Good morning, my loves, and happy Monday. And happy first day of fall. It's one of my favorite times of year. I love autumn. I am definitely an autumn person. I love the colors. I love the smells. I love everything about fall. Unfortunately, I'm in Arizona, and where I live in Arizona, anything north of Phoenix, they have 4 seasons. We don't. Anything south, we have 2. We have summer and we have spring. Perpetual. That's it. I miss autumn. I really do. So I appreciate everybody that has been sending me the memes and the photos of autumn where they live, the changing colors and the pumpkins and all the cool stuff. I love that because I miss it. Thank you. So with autumn, it's a change of time. You know, the wheels keep moving forward. It's a change of season. The trees lose their leaves. They don't cry over it because they know there's going to be buds coming. It's part of life. All things continually grow, continually change. And that includes losing your leaves. That includes your petals falling. That includes outgrowing friends. That includes outgrowing environments and relationships and even jobs. Well, no, honey, you can't outgrow me. You're stuck with me. Finn and his opinions. He's not happy. I had to take away a toy today. But we are always growing. We should always be learning life lessons. Every day we should learn something new, good or bad. It's part of life, and we need to accept that. As your kids grow up, they pull away. You know, the relationship I had with my son when he was 8 is definitely not the relationship I have with him now, and he's 46. I wouldn't want that to be the same relationship. But kids grow up, they pull away, they move away. They're supposed to. Pulls at your heartstrings. It's not easy. When they leave for college, oh my gosh, if they go out of state, as my son did, and it wasn't that far away, but still, it's a big thing. And you want them to come home on weekends. Well, honey, they have their own plans. They have their own friends. They want to stay at college and go to the game or go to the party or the dance or whatever's going on. It's okay, let them. Just say that you need to come home once a month. You need to come home. If they live a long way away, you need to come home for the holidays. You know, have some ground rules, but give them their freedom. In relationships, people grow. And as I have said so many times, in all relationships, one of 3 things happen. You grow together. You have your autonomy. You have your separate interests, but there are things that you both grow toward. Building the relationship, building your family. You still have your, building toward retirement. Whatever it is, you work together, you grow together. You grow stagnant. You don't have the same interests anymore. You're just kind of glorified roommates. And that's very sad. I see so much of that, and it's heartbreaking because people come to me, I wouldn't say on a daily basis, but several times a week with this issue. We're just glorified roommates, and one will want more and the other one doesn't. You have to sit down and have the hard conversations then, because both parties have to agree on what you want. And might be a little give and take, a little compromise. Or maybe you have just reached a point in your relationship you have outgrown each other. And it happens more than you think. So you grow together, you grow stagnant and stale. You just coexist, or you grow apart. Sad, but it happens. You find that you're busy with your friends and they're busy with their friends, and you're traveling with work or they're traveling with work, and you have your stuff going on with your family and he's going off with his family doing stuff. Sometimes you have to have the hard conversations. You have to sit down and talk about it. Use your words, as scary as it may be. Excuse me. Somebody wants me to throw a ball. As scary as it may be, you have to have the conversations. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to them. You owe it to the relationship. If there are kids involved, you owe it to the kids to be open and honest. I mean, the kids will know if there's problems. They're not stupid. Even a 5-year-old will know if mommy and daddy aren't warm and fuzzy around each other. Have the conversations. And I advise couples, I don't care how wonderful your relationship is, once a month, sit down, go to brunch, go to dinner, whatever. Just sit out on the patio with a cup of coffee and have a business meeting. Voice and write it down. Anywhere from 3 to 5, you don't want to have too many, of things you want to address in this meeting. You're both going to do this. And then you're going to, yes, I feel this way. And then he didn't like the way the last meeting went. And then you exchange, sorry. And then you exchange papers and you can even write down your responses to what they're saying, but you're going to talk about it. And you're going to use open, honest communication. You're not going to call names. You're not going to throw tantrums and throw shit and get up and storm off and roll your eyes. None of this. I hate that. That is one of the most disrespectful things somebody can do, is look at you and you say something and they go, no. That's pretty much telling you fuck off. I'm sorry, but it is. At that point, I'm done with that person. Not just the conversation, that person. That has severed a connection. If you start rolling your eyes when we're talking, I am done with you. You're not going to disrespect me like that. And my nose is starting to itch. We have flowers still blooming here. Okay. Anyway, but have the meeting. Discuss what's going on. Don't be offended. Don't take it personally. By doing this, you're saying, I want to continue to grow. I want to work out our differences because you're worth it. They're worth it. The relationship is worth it. Have the business meeting. Maybe you're spending too much money and they're spending too much time with friends. Write it down. Agree. You can probably change some of your spending habits. And maybe they don't have to go out quite as much with their friends. Or maybe they're going out with their family. And it's hunting season for a lot of folks. Well, okay, but you don't have to do it every weekend. Do some things together. If they want to go to a game, go with them. Find things to do together. Make it work, but you both have to want it. Because I don't want people to grow apart. It just breaks my heart to see couples break up. Been there, done that. I've been in relationships, I've been in marriages where they find somebody else. They move on. Okay. I don't think you have to fight for love. Love is a gift. If I love you, I give that as a gift. From my heart to your heart, I love you. And you don't expect that in return. Don't expect a present in return. But if somebody says, I love you, don't say thank you. Tell them that is so precious. That means more to me than you know. And you can say, you mean the world to me. You don't have to say, I love you back if you don't feel it. Don't say it if you don't mean it. But never say thank you. That is so rude. But be open and be honest. And if they want out, let them go. You don't have to fight for love. You don't have to fight to keep somebody with you that does not want to be with you. Flip the table, flip the script. Let's say that you don't want to be with them. You're just done. That you tried, it didn't work. You are done. Do you want them fighting and, scratching and clawing to keep you somewhere you don't want to be? No. Have the conversation. Sit down and agree. It's over. And this is what we're going to do about it. Write it down. If you have to split up property, write it down. If you have to sell the house and split the assets or buy the other one out, write it down. You can agree to things before you ever go see the attorney, because then when you go to see the attorney, you could have it all written down and it makes life so much easier. And a divorce, and trust me, been there, done that. It does not have to be a battle royale. It doesn't have to. You can agree on things. It's not about hurting each other and getting back at each other. It's about severing a partnership. That's a divorce. If you have kids, you are both always going to be parents. If they are involved with someone, that person may be in your child's life. If you're involved with someone, that person may be involved in your child's life. Don't make it worse. And never, ever, ever, ever use your children as pawns. Don't do that. This is between the two of you, the two adults. Leave the kids out of it. The kids can see, you do the shared holidays. You can even share holidays together still. I know a lot of couples that do that. They divorce, split up amicably. They agree, we are better as friends than we are together. Let us just go our separate ways. They sit down with the kids and they say that mommy and daddy, we fight all the time. We don't get along anymore. So, one or the other is going to move to their new house. But we're going to stay friends. We're always going to be best friends. But now we're not going to fight. And we're still going to see each other, and they're still going to come over, and you're still going to go do whatever. But don't drag the kids into it. It's not their battle. And don't make them pick sides. Don't do that to your child. Friendships break up. It happens all the time, and it hurts. It's very sad, and it hurts. And that's okay. People outgrow each other. Let them go. If they stop returning your texts, if they snub you, if you see them and they pretend they don't see you, it's on them. That's the way I see it. It's on them. There are people that I still see that used to be friends that are no longer friends, and I'm nice and I'm polite. I'll smile. I may say hello, and that's it. I'm done. I am so done. I am not going to allow them to continue to disrespect me. I am still friends with, I would say, I think one of my exes, may have passed recently. I'm not sure. Out of the country. But I'm still friends with all my exes. We do the whole holiday card thing, birthday card. We still, hey, how's everything going? How's the new family? How's the new wife or girlfriend or whatever? Why not? You got along once. It doesn't mean that you have to hate each other now. But let them go. If you outgrow friends, let them go. You're probably not the same person you were when you were 5 and had a best friend in kindergarten. You grew up. You may or may not have the same friends you had in junior high and high school. I know I am very blessed. I still have some of my friends from junior high and high school, and I talk to them all the time, and it's great. But we're definitely different people than we were. My siblings, I grew up in a house with siblings. We have no communication because we grew up and we have nothing in common. Absolutely, positively, nothing in common. And it happens. Once our parents passed, we had no reason to stay connected. We have no interest in each other's lives. We're not mean and evil and nasty to each other. It's just, we have no interest in each other's lives. That's just the way it is, and that's fine. If that's the way people want to be, it's on them. I am nice, I am sweet, I am compassionate, I take phone calls and answer text messages and all that good stuff. That's fine. It's just that we have absolutely nothing in common. Nothing. And I'm okay with that. They're okay with that. Let it go. You outgrow jobs. And it's hard because you get connected to coworkers. You can still stay in touch with coworkers. But if you have outgrown your job, if your job does not leave you room to grow, if you've kind of hit that ceiling, if you're being disrespected at work, if you're being bullied at work, if it's a hostile work environment, maybe it's time to go. Have something else lined up before you walk out. We're looking at holidays here. People are getting laid off. A lot of people aren't going to be hiring right now, so think about what you're going to do before you do it. A lot of people aren't hiring from now until January. Think about it before you walk out. Just think about it, okay? But never stay where you're not wanted. Never stay where you don't feel safe, whether that's at work, at home, in a relationship, or with friends, because you deserve to be happy. And just like the leaves on the trees, things fall away, but there's always going to be buds. There's always going to be new growth, new opportunities. And, winter isn't far off for most people. Here, we really don't have winter. We have cooler weather, but winter is not far off. And people kind of go through a winter, you know, where everything gets very still and very quiet. Make it kind of cold and bitter. And that's okay, because spring will come, things will warm up, there will be new growth and new opportunities. So don't let life get you down, because a wheel is always moving. We are always changing. We are always growing. As things end, there are new beginnings. Always, always new beginnings. Be open to them. Be receptive. You may find yourself going in a whole new direction you never thought of. You may go back to school. You are never too old to go back to school, ever. I don't care if it's a VOTEC or a trade school. You are never too old to give something a try. Why not? What have you got to lose? You might enjoy it. You might learn something new. So, in closing, happy fall, happy autumn. I'm sitting here with my tea, and I have a blueberry muffin for breakfast. I'm going to splurge this morning. You've heard Finn's comments on the morning already. He isn't having a good Monday. It'll get better. Have a good Monday.